Okay, well, the kitchen guys came today, and I think we're all sorted finally. So they've repaired the seams here. We've come up with a solution where the stove lines up, counters line up on both sides. So, hallelujah. Halla freaking luya. Oh my goodness. And they fixed the broken cabinet, so that's all good to go now. And they've actually put in lighting underneath this counter. Not this lighting, this has been temporary. The only problem is I can't turn it on because although there is electricity to it, the electricity is not getting power. So that's something fun for Tama to figure out. So the only thing left now is the backsplash. And then I'm going to be calling it done. Oh my goodness, this was painful. Such a painful experience. But I think in the end, I'm overall happy. So that's all that matters in it all. All of this will soon be forgotten. So voila, almost there. Yeah, perhaps Bruce will do the backsplash, or Tomas will maybe when Bruce gets back. So Bruce has a lot of things on his plate. So there you go. Okay, that's all for now. Still sitting on my sick bed a little bit, but I have a little more energy today, so hallelujah. I'm recovering. As you know, I have a collaboration with Babbel for learning language, in my case French. And I'm here with my niece Keelan, and I'm going to show her Babbel. So we're doing Let's Start with New Words. What does it say, Keelan?
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
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 You don't say it M-O-N, really?
No,
so
monsieur.
So press to start speaking and hold it. Oops, okay. Wow. Okay.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Well done.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Monsieur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Je cherche la fontaine Saint-Michel. Je cherche la fontaine Saint-Michel.
Je cherche la fontaine Saint-Michel.
Well done.
Je cherche la fontaine Saint-Michel.
Saint-Michel.
Je cherche la fontaine Saint-Michel. C'est entre le musée et la cathédrale.
C'est entre le musée et la cathédrale.
Well done. So, you get the idea.
C'est entre le musée et la cathédrale.
So the other fun thing that I really like about the Babbel app is that they actually offer live classes. And like some of the other apps I've tried, the classes are great, but I can never quite get them when I need them. And so here, like there's one in 55 minutes, which is super cool. I can join this class. These ones are in progress, but like I can find a class that's kind of within my time frame, which was sort of a problem with one of the other services I used. So, and they're really fun. They keep you on your toes. You know, like you get into a live class and you're like,
really?
All of a sudden, yeah, like he's asking you how you are and where you live, and yeah. But you know, you can take classes, you can choose the classes by levels. So if you were a newcomer, you would choose a newcomer class, and then it gives you all the times and whatnot. So that's really fun. And then you can, you know, if you can jump around as well. Like I also use a competitor, and the problem is you're always in the stream that you're in, and I find it's kind of hard to jump back. Like if you're like, wait, I don't really know how, you know, I don't understand this aspect of things. It doesn't quite like, I guess I could go back, but it doesn't feel as intuitive. Whereas here, I feel like I can kind of jump around. If I'm finding it's too easy, it's like, oh yeah, let's just move on. So I kind of like that aspect of it. And then there's lots of opportunities to review. So you can save things that you want to go back to, and they come under your collections, and then it's sort of helpful to go back later and go, oh, right, this is how this was, and this is what I was having trouble with, or whatever. So that's pretty much it. It's like super simple.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, and I like that it's really visual with the photographs and stuff.
Yeah.
And also the voices feel a little more real. Like in another app that shall not be named, the voices are really cartoony, and they're actually kind of hard to understand sometimes. Like some of those voices, you're like, you know, when you're talking to a bear, it's not quite as realistic. Whereas this is a lot more. The voices feel much more realistic. So. Babbel gives you, it's giving people who sign up with my link 60% off your subscription, which is a really great deal. And I think people really have been enjoying it because they keep asking me to do more. So check it out if you're interested in learning French or any other language. It's a really fun app, so enjoy. Thanks, Keelan.
Thanks, Abby.
Okay, well, after a week of trying to get over this staying flu, I'm finally back in the bedroom, summoning the energy to do some more sanding and maybe even get a coat on at least one wall of primer today. But in the meantime, the wallpaper sample has come, so I've just put it up against the two colors. So this would be the trim color and this would be the wall color. And it would go on the wall that the bed would be against here. So, yeah, so I think that's what it's gonna look like. So it would just be, the wallpaper would just be on this wall here. So I think it will be very pretty and subtle, very subtle. The colors in the camera are looking a little closer to what they are in real life. So maybe you get a better idea of the color. It's just kind of it's got a slight blush to it. So yeah, I think it'll be really pretty. Anyway, we'll see how my energy goes today. Tomas has plastered these bad areas along the baseboard and behind the radiator. And then there's a really bad area over here, which was quite a thick gap between the baseboard and the wall. So you can kind of see it here. So I'm going to just try and sand that down as best as I can, and it may need another coat of finishing plaster, but I think that's about it. I think otherwise the walls are all sanded before I think I managed to get all the walls done before I curled up in a little ball last week. So, all right, that is the update. So maybe I'll throw it on time-lapse, although I suppose sanding time-lapse isn't too exciting. Maybe I'll start the time-lapse when I start the priming, although I need some more paint supplies. So another trip to Castorama, my favorite place. Okay, well, this has been a bit of a bust of a week. I had lots of plans to have the bedroom fully primed by now, but that didn't happen. And yeah, I'm feeling like today I have just a tiny bit more energy. I was able to get through a 20-minute yoga routine. So I kind of thought maybe I would trim some rose bushes today, but I have no idea the state of our gardening equipment, which is mostly here. Somewhere, I believe I have a pair of garden snippers. So my garden plan is all dependent on whether or not I can find them. And right now, it's not looking promising. So I guess this winter we had a whole bunch of tools sitting on this table. Oh, there they are. And I guess we had a leak or something. Water started pouring in through the ceiling. So all the tools got wet and rusty. So there we go. I wonder if they're any good at all. So, all right, well, I guess that's a start. Maybe I'll find some gloves since I'm pruning roses. You can see I don't have quite my usual energy. So maybe I'll get the long ones. They look good and protective. Yeah. All right, I kind of want to trim this one, but I kind of don't because I like how it climbs up the tree. Or it climbs up the rock. So, maybe I'll come back to that one. I guess I just sort of trim it back so that it's kind of like this one. It's already sprouting. Oops. But I feel like I kind of need a ladder for that one. Maybe I'll start on a smaller one. I don't know how long my energy is going to stay with me here. But it's kind of a nice-ish day. I mean, warmish. Everything's ishy around here. All right, this one could probably just use some trimming back, but again, kind of like the shrubbiness of it, and it's really pretty once it grows up like that. All right, it's too overwhelming for me right now. I'm gonna go over here and do these little ones. All right, so my neighbor assures me that I have to cut them down to about 30 centimeters, which really isn't very tall. And I'm probably too late. Look, they've all sprouted, little sprouty sprouts. So, all right, well, maybe I'll get a little tripod and set it up on the table over here so you can watch me in all my lovely glory. doing my worst on these guys. Okay, let me get that.
You see in magazines, the illusion falls and nothing's what it seems to be. The part left is hurting deep inside of me. Heard a whisper, someone saw you at the bar. Was it the same night you had trouble with your car? It's getting old, I've heard your stories told 1,000 times. Baby, you are using the same old lines. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time, I've been blind. 'Cause there's no fixing what's been broken. This ain't the first time I'll be drinking you off my mind. Walking down the street, the rain is pouring down. But my feet are walking to a different sound. I'll leave the bitter taste of love, come back, I'm finally free. The mirror I can see a different me. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time, I've been blind. 'Cause there's no fixing what's been broken. This ain't the first
So I did this whole video of me trimming all the roses, and I was wearing the little mic thing, and I guess it didn't work, so no sound. Anyway, another little music montage for you there. I'm trying this without my glasses. It's strange to look at yourself, and yeah, I feel like with my glasses, because of their progressive lenses, I'm always going like this in order to see the camera. So I thought maybe if I didn't wear them, then I wouldn't be tilting my head all the time. Anyhow, okay, so yeah, a bit of a bust of a week. I had all these lovely plans to have the bedroom completely primed by now, but that didn't happen. So, yeah, I guess you just sometimes have to listen to your body and let it rest. So that's what I've been doing this week. But, oh, it's been frustrating. And I've definitely been questioning my life, wondering what the heck I'm doing sitting in a huge chateau in the middle of France. But all good. So that's how it goes. That is life, I guess. I wanted to say a little bit about the knitting retreat. I know I'm very well aware that it is coming a week before the Olympics in Paris, which is probably making Paris and flights rather expensive. So Illyria made the comment, she reminded me that since people are coming to Toulouse, that you might be able to fly via another city. So come, use British Airways and come through London, or use Lufthansa and come through Amsterdam, or whatever it is, just to avoid the hustle of Paris and the jacked up prices. So just a thought, if you were thinking of coming to the knitting retreat, I'm very excited about it, and I'm still just kind of working on all of the activities, but we'll be definitely going to a knitting shop in Agen, and we'll be doing a tour of the Blue Museum, which the sketchbook tour went on as well, and they really thought it was interesting. It was really it's just interesting how they make this dye out of the woad flowers, and then how they go through the process of making the dye, and having this huge vat that's kind of like alive and they have to keep it at a certain temperature, and it's like this whole thing. Anyhow, so I imagine if you're into wool and textiles, that will be of interest to you, maybe. And yeah, so it's going to be really fun. I think it's going to attract both beginner knitters. I have a friend who's coming, and she's like not a knitter, and so I think I think she's going to have a lot of fun. And then I think Frankie is such a knitter extraordinaire that even if you're an expert knitter, that you'd get a lot out of working with her. So I think it's gonna be really fun, and yeah, I'm hoping to instill the same level of camaraderie that we had for the sketchbook tour. Everybody just got along so well, and we just had a lot of fun, and there was a lot of laughing, and a dance party, and lots of good food. And so, yeah, happy hour every night in the garden. I don't know, there was just something about it that was really special. So I'm hoping to capture that again. And yeah, it's, like Chateau de Bory is pretty unstuffy, and I'm a pretty easygoing hostess, I guess. So, it's really, I think my underlying goal with these retreats is really just to have fun and to meet people. It's all about the community. I think that's really the biggest part for me. It's, it's a great place to come and meet new friends. And if you're a single woman of a certain age, the way I am, it's a really fun way to travel, because you get to kind of be off the beaten path a little bit. You get to see parts of the country that you probably wouldn't see otherwise. And it's a really great way to travel on your own. So, because you're with people. and you're with people of hopefully a like mind, and you're learning a little skill and eating well and having a good time. So anyway, I hope you will consider joining me, even though it's a week before the Olympics. It'll be beautiful here. The garden will be in its glory, although I'm hoping that I won't have to rope off half the garden so that it's safe. But yeah, it should be really fun. So, all right, I will stop blabbering now and end this video. Sorry, it's a little sparse this week, but there you go. That's the flu for you. I hope you are all staying healthy, and if you have it, it's not fun. But take care of yourselves and just, allow yourself a week of hanging out on the couch, playing solitaire. Okay, a bientôt.